Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to RWBY. It is, as I just realized, episode 13 of volume 7, which means it's a finale. And seeing what happened so far, man, I'm really pumped for it. I really wait for what's going to happen, because it still can go in both ways, I think. So let's be surprised, hopefully. And that being said, as always, if you want to see the reaction, you just can continue the video, or you want to see it with included inlaid video, go down to my descriptions, there's a link to it. So much being said, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, now. Loud! Travesty. I think travesty instead of tragedy is a good option. Kind of. We still have not seen these worms from the intro. Just saying. Glover. Ouch. Still hurts. These worms. So, as someone already posted in the comments, it may very well be that Salem is coming along, including her flying monkeys. Let's see. Neo. Bump. And you're going 1-on-1. Why are you doing that? You're more than enough. Ouch! That was clever! Ooh. Nice shield block. what he does. He just holds her. Ooh, they're already in it. Oh. Damn. Oh. Interesting statement. Why is she so angry? Ow. Flaming sword. Ouch. Nice. Wow. She upped her game. Better watch out, yeah. I mean, it's fire versus ice there. So, yeah. Ah, shit. That was her aura. I mean, she didn't go for the killing blow there. That's so cool. I mean, it may be the wrong decision, but it is Penny's decision. And that's the important thing. Making her own decisions. Nice. Uh-oh. Someone is playing, yep, tricks on you. Neo. Yeah. Oh, nice! That was so cool. You already got the relic. Oh, it's so mean! What's so mean? She's even smaller. That was mean. Yeah. That was mean as heck. Damn it. Still a maiden. Still a maiden. Damn. Damn it. A fully realized maiden. Well, she's made of metal, but oof. Hetero. Nice shield. He has to get a relic, I guess. Oh, Penny. Well. What is she about to do? Annie being the next maiden? That would be cool. Just saying. I mean, she's immune to ice, kind of. Would be cool. Someone was lurking around there, I've seen it. Not winter. There was someone else, I think, as well. It will not be only those two. Wow. Wow. Damn. I would have gone completely to the other side. Nice strike. It's regrowing. Ouch, shit. You better hurry. Ooh, that's gonna be awesome. Hey, Oz. Finally. What is the staff? Oh, have a look. Hey, Ruby. It has to be a relic. Come on. Clearly is. Ooh. Everything at once. Ooh. Winter's really pissed off. And Penny goes with them. Yep. That's the point. Someone's coming. Superhero landing? It was a superhero landing! He stopped us talking, just saying. In the lead. Or, finally. Here comes the drums. Here comes the monkeys. Looks like a whale of sort. Yeah, it's like a flying whale. What the heck? And the queen is here. Wow. Okay. So next time. Next volume. Damn it, cliffhanger. Interesting. ignorance. Mm-hmm. We are children of our choices. Who will you be? Nice. Okay. It's hard for me to understand the lyrics, admittedly. So, sorry. Let's check if there's an after credit scene, because that's what I'm kind of hoping for. But that means I will have to skip over. So, to those who are watching later on, sorry. There's always an after credit. Come on! Yep. Agree with that. We still love you, Monty. Thanks for that awesome series. No after credit scene! Those greedy bastards! Incredible! You cannot do that to me! Oh, I was hoping for anything. Okay. Let's see. I wrote down quite a bit. So, first thing, however, Volume 7 in general. Really, really good. I mean, those of you who have seen all of my reactions to all the volumes know that I tend to be honest. So, when something is not feeling right to me, I state that. I'm sorry. I know that there are many fans out there who are in the definition of fanatics, so they don't like it if people say sometimes the series is not good, but I stay to my word. But this volume was really, really good. I commented on the fact in the last episode especially that it feels very much like a redoing of Volume 3. It is kind of the same setup in many regards. And that was not negative, because it is fitting. It is it was used properly. It was not like a simple and easy copy. You know what I mean? It was done in the same general guidelines, but had very own flavor, used different techniques and everything. So I like that a lot. And it reflects on the fact that Salem has like a very specific way of setting up things after realizing how it works. I mean, it makes sense. She learned over decades, over centuries, over, I think it may be even millennia, how to influence people, how to wage war against people if needed. So that's something she's aware of and she knows how to. So why should she do it differently if it works every time, right? And it did work the last time, so she will try it again. So the volume in general, really good. I mean, as always, the music was top notch, no question there. Always the best thing, I think, in all of this series in general. Character development wise, very mixed. I mean, some characters, I can just take as an example Ren and Nora. Although it possibly pains a lot of fans, there is a character development. It is just the fact that they are struggling, especially Ren is struggling with the relationship. And it makes sense. It is not always easy. Yes, I would like cherries on top and sugar-coated honeycombs and whatever, you know, and they're just kissing and having fun and everything is fine, and then in the next volume there's a baby and that's where we end off as a happy family. But that's not the world. At first it's not the world of Remnant, and second, it's not a normal relationship then. I'm sorry. So in a normal relationship you have struggles, you have problems. I do not like the fact that Ren is struggling with it, because I would love to have a perfect relationship there. But I do like that they have struggles, because it is real and it is normal, and it shows that the characters are doing something with themselves, right? They are not just standing there, not doing anything. So there is character development, very different for multiple characters. So that's Ren and Nora. Then you have Blake and Yang. They are more neither going on the different direction from Ren and Nora there. So they found themselves during the last seasons. Yes, you can discuss if that's a relationship, but at least it is a relationship of very close friends. And you've seen in multiple episodes now this fighting together, this small gestures towards each other. Holy heck. When they nod at each other, they look at each other, they help each other out. It goes into this flow of as it should be, this normalization of everything, which was needed because the last volumes they really had a struggle with each other. So it's a good one as well. For RWBY, I don't know. I mean, in many regards there was not so much development, but she's a leader. While being the leader, however, she lets the others roam free by now. I mean, if you're a leader, you have to think what kind of a leader you are. Are you one that holds the ropes tight and everything goes just as you plan and just as you say and decide, and everyone is like in shackles because you're the leader? That can work in some specific cases. You need it to be like that because you have the ultimate plan and everything has to go your way, just like Ironwood does. Or are you someone that trusts in his people, that has learned to trust the people and lets them roam and lets them go, believing that they will do the right thing and in general will do what is in your mindset? And I think that's what RWBY doing more in this season than in the ones before. I mean, she always was someone who let the others do as they wish, but it's way more now. It makes sense. The group of people that she is leading is a group of people that follows her by their own terms, by their own decisions, and they were always more friends than a military unit or anything like that. So it makes more sense to use that kind of leading, and it works out. It is fine. John of Arc. Stronger, I would say. He grew more self-confident. I felt that and I like it. So he's growing more and more into who he is meant to be. And we've seen new stuff this time that was cool as well. So that's going well as well. One of the main growth, however, was Oscar. Especially, so the young and innocent boy who didn't know what was going on and everything has really, especially in the last episodes, grown into a man, into a young man, sure, but into one that is self-confident, that knows for himself what is right, what he wants to do, what he should to do. And he stood up to Ironwood. He offered a helping hand, even at the end of this episode, again, being shaken down again, just saying, right? He was shot by Ironwood. And even after all that happened, he stood up and said, okay, next step, how do we save Atlas? So he's unbroken in his will, and I really like that. So the character of Oscar is kind of merging with Oz more and more, which it should be, but he's very strong on the outside. He is more and more the one taking the lead, and we've seen it in the end moments that Oz wanted to say something. I guess he wanted to apologize, and Oscar was just wiping him away like, not now, doesn't matter now, how do we save Atlas? So he has taken the lead even in the conversations with Oz, who is a major player, right? So this development is top notch. And last but not least, bro, holy heck, I really wait for what's going to happen, because I'm not very happy with the way that they made Glover die. Not about the way he died, more about the way how it came to be, because I still feel, I said it last episode, like it was too easy, right? A Crow was convinced too easy, was persuaded too easy for being such a grown-up huntsman, such a pro that he is meant to be. But then maybe I reflect on the image that Crow always transported to the outside, and maybe should reflect more on his problems in the past. He was an alcoholic. He lost a lot of people. He lost the trust in us in the last episodes, right? So he was really, really shaken up on multiple ways. So maybe that's why. You can argue with that, and as I said, I'm kind of willing to accept it. I see where they wanted to go. And I like, once again, it is a bit like the one with Ren. I do not like that Glover died by his sword. But I do like that we can see this side of Crow now, how he's struggling with that. He lost a friend. He is very much responsible for the death of his friend as well. Yes, it was Tyrion who killed him, but the responsibility is not only the one in Tyrion, right? Crow made mistakes. Then we have this new weird situation in kind of a companionship that he may have with Maria Hill now. And a lot of inner conflicts now. And I guess the wish to make it right, to repair what was damaged. He cannot bring back Glover from the dead, but he can try his best to kind of, I think, like, fulfill what Glover would have wanted. The right thing to do, right? I mean, they made it really, really well. I like this. So, I mean, it was very, very typical dramatic. In the meaning that Glover called him friend before he died. He was killed with his sword. They had the sunset moment while he was dying. So it was very, very melancholic there and everything. But it was nice. I mean, why not, right? It was cool. So much about that. Volume 7, as I said, I think really strong. Really, really strong. And I look forward to Volume 8 now. See what they're going for next. Now to this episode. Neo. First of all, Neo was clearly the strongest one in this episode. I mean, you can see how incredible powerful she is. And that's not fighting wise. Yes, she's a good fighter, a really strong fighter. But that is completely shadowed by the fact how good her ability is and how well she's using it. So she took the relic from a group of people, not one, they were a group, without really much of a problem there. Yes, they fought back and they tried and everything, but in the end, she easily tricked them, manipulated them, was able to slither through where she needed to, and brought that relic back to Cinder. She is powerful, really, really strong. And that being said, in the end of the episode, I think Cinder made a major mistake there, because she took the relic, as Neo offered it, but did not give any words of praise or any gesture of well done. So it was like, you're just a tool. And that is something that Neo really did not like. You could see it in her face, in her reaction. It was like, seriously, that's the game we're playing. I'm just your tool. And you're like the big Cinder, who, by the way, did not get her job done, just saying. So this alliance between those characters will not go for very long, I'm pretty sure. Because Cinder is bluing it. Partially because she was upset, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, her loss then. There was this interesting sentence from Cinder. I'm not sure if I understood it correctly, but it was something like hoarding power or keeping power. So it was about the relics. Makes the rest of us hungrier. That is very interesting, and it's not generally about, I mean, you can reflect that on multiple terms. So it's about, you can hoard energy, wealth, power, in this case of power like the relics power, and other stuff. But yes, if others will always look and be conflicted about that and say like, hey, I want some of that as well. And the longer you hold it, the more people might be questioning you and your use of power, and if you have the right to have it and to use it. So, yes, it kind of, if they know that there is power, right? The relics were very long hidden. So she reflected on that. I like that sentence. It's a good one, but it goes in multiple ways because Cinder now is having power as well. People will look to her. Salem is having the ultimate power since the dawn of man. So if you take that sentence for full and for real, then why is no one going against her? I mean, okay, she cannot die, but whatever. But still, the sentence was good. There were a lot of good quotes in this episode, just being said. Really many. Then the Penny moment where Winter was falling down after her aura was broken and was being rescued by Penny, saying, "My life doesn't matter." I disagree the way that she said that and that she said that, because we had in last episode the argument about what is right and what is wrong. Saving Mantle, not saving Mantle, saving Atlas instead, stuff like that. And that Winter was following along the orders of Ironwood, and Penny kind of had to, although she argued she does not want to. And this "I disagree" may be seen as more than just the "saving my life" line. It may be with "I have the right to believe something else. I have the right to decide for myself what I think is right." And that is a major step for Penny because character-wise development, as we talked before, she didn't have so much time to develop a character as all the others, right? We have seen her in the one volume and then she, got quartered. And now we've seen a newer version, and within just some episodes, she has grown from the Defender of Mantle. By the way, Defender of Mantle, right? Which is swiped away. By orders and following orders to a self-confident, self-conscious being, and I like that. Additionally, he has maiden powers now, I'm pretty sure. But I will talk about that soon. So really, really good. I like that. Then the Winter Maiden in general. So she was not waiting. She was kind of waiting for death. But she had like a thing with Ironwood that she had to do something and promise to him, but was not ready yet. Now she's ready. And you could see that she could clearly kick the ass of Cinder there. Just with this waking up moment, Cinder had to pull out, was not able to confront her. It was too strong for her. The ice effect was, wow. It froze off everything that it touched. So, that's ice. Very, very strong. And then she handed over this power to Penny, I'm pretty sure. So that will take a while, and it will leave a lot to discuss, because the question is, how does that work with the artificial body that Penny has? How does it work with the fact that she is only a part of a soul of Pietro in her? If it is mixed with the soul of the one that it goes to, is it mixed only with Penny's soul now? Or is it mixed with Pietro's soul as well? It is partially his, right? It's gonna be very interesting, but I like it because it is it's a different approach on things. Yes, we all were thinking like it will go to Winter because she's already named Winter, so why not be the Winter Maiden? And Ironwood set everything up, so Winter takes it as well. But apart from that, he never thought about Penny being an option there. And I like the fact that in a way the maiden power recognizes Penny as a soul worthy of taking over it, right? We always had this discussion that Penny is a self-conscious being, thus should be recognized as one, right? So this problem of what makes you a person. If you are artificial, are you a person or not? When do we think AI is well, you could say worthy of being recognized as a person and can decide for itself at which step do you take that, right? And I think most of us were always thinking like Penny already is there. She just herself was not there yet, which she is now. With this sentence I mentioned, I disagree. It is a clear statement, right? I disagree. But for many people, she was always, and we've seen it even in this volume, perceived of the robot, this thing that killed one of the guards of Maria Hill. In this moment, she was moved away from being a person to being a thing, because it is easier to blame a thing. And if she has taken over the Winter Maiden's soul now, Winter Maiden's power, not soul, then it is kind of that the universe states, hey, how much more person can you be? So, very well. I look forward to see what she's doing with the powers. I really do. I mean, sure, they could have tricked us there. You never know with Rooster Teeth. It may be that the powers went to someone else there. But there was this moment of flowing over. And I think it is that way that Penny is having the powers. And it would be a very nice and good way story-wise, I think. Because we can see a maiden develop her powers step by step by watching her. That would be cool. We had the short moment with Oscar and Ironwood, where Ironwood shot him in the end. I'm kind of sad about that, because Ironwood made a major step there. I mean, he has fallen from grace, and he has fallen very, very deep. Even Oscar stated that if you do as you decide now, as you say so, then you are not better than Salem. So we have like two ultimate evils there. For Ironwood, yes, he has some good motives, but he went way too far. And in the end, and that's the statement that makes it really, really much worse, shooting Oscar, knowing that he will fall to death, is a line that he crossed that is major. I mean, in multiple ways. Yes, he knows that Oz will be reborn. So even if Oscar would die, Oz would be reborn. So it was more like ending the argument now. But still, he's in the body of a young boy. And you kill this boy now and there. While he's not armed, he's talking to you and trying to make some kind of peace and try to find common ground. And he's shooting him. That is such a bad step. I really would like to give Ironwood more chances, but he really blew it there. I mean, how can you get back from that? It's really, really, really dark what he did there, in my opinion. He brought in the discussion point once more that we had during the last episodes. Philosophical points won't matter when Salem wins. Yes, that's a big argument. I can see that. But there was no reason to shoot Oscar there. In every fight, he would have outmatched him, so he would be like, leave now. He could have just made him leave or order troops in to take him out. So the decision to shoot Oscar was a clear, major statement, in my opinion, from Ironwood, and a very, very dark one. And he even revoked the friendship before, right? You are calling me general. Bam. So, nope. Really, yeah, sad we lost him. Winter is leaving the others go. Giving you a head start. Yeah, Shior looked really grumpy there. And Weiss commented on that we all carve our own way. And that, I think, is a major thing. And that was what this episode was about in many regards. And if you listen, I only listened to a part of it, of the ending song. It is in there as well. The fact that, what was it? We are the children of our own decisions, or something like that. The way we choose our decisions in life form who we are and who we are going to be, right? If you behave good, you are perceived as being someone behaving good. That may be positive, like he's a nice fella. That may be negative, like he's easily manipulated. So it always can go in multiple ways, but it's our actions and reactions that define us and define how people perceive us. So if you're acting like a dick, you're perceived like one, which Ironwood just did, just saying, right? And we had a lot of people making decisions where to go now, and it was this stay with Ironwood or leave now, trying to save Mental maybe. Penny did a decision, clearly. Winter made one as well, right? She could have gone with them. She did not. I'm pretty sure she will not be happy about that later on when she realizes how much Ironwood is changing. But there are many, many decisions in this episode. We will see where it's going. And last but not least, we have this... there was this moment, I think it was Crow talking, but I'm not completely sure, about fear. There... And I cannot stop thinking about a statement and a little bit smiling about it, because it was... in general, it was that everyone and everything is having fear in this world of Remnant, right? Every being, even animals, everyone has fear. And as we know, fear is very important because the Grimm are attracted towards its strong feelings, and fear is one of those that they tend to go for most, and which is why Salem always tries to inspire fear, to create it, so that her Grimm are able to charge. And it is about the fear of losing someone, was said, which why people try not to get too attached to people. The fear of failure, so I'm afraid I might do wrong, so I will not do it at all. I mean, we all, possibly you yourself did too, encountered those fears in our lives. This moments of, as example, that you're stuck in a job because you're afraid of changing. Because you're like, it's not really good, I really hate that job, or my situation in life, but at least I know what I'm dealing with. If I stop that and go out for something new, it could be worse. And that is a fear, right? It could be better, it could be perfect, it could be the thing of your life, but it could be worse. And just this fear of it might be worse and I might do a wrong decision keeps many of us stuck in a place. Not just for jobs, for every decision in our life, right? Even leaving the house for some people, right? But making a decision decides who you are. And if you're not making one, it decides who you are as well, because then you are fearful, you're afraid, you're stuck. So that is what they tried to reflect on. It is who we become, depending on that, while we're in its clutches. So in the moment of fear, we have to make a decision, give in to fear or get over it. If you decide not to go for, let's say, this new job, because by logical arguments and by thinking about, you realize it is really not what you want, that is a different thing. But if you argue yourself into believing it because you're afraid, then it's wrong. It's not easy. If it would be easy, we would all be making more like that, right? It would be so much better. But at this moment, who we are, who we become, is decided in moments of fear. Reflects mainly in this series on, do you stand up for your friends? Do you stand up for what is right instead of cowering and hiding? Do you stand up to a bigger power like Salem or Ironwood? Do you stand up knowing that there is danger, being afraid of it, but still do it? If you see war in our own world, in the past and present, there are medals given out to people who are in situations of fear, in situations of great risk and danger, standing up to do something right for their people. So mainly rescuing people from situations. So this it is about facing fear that makes you strong. Right? If you never have any problems in your life, if you never have any fears in your life, if you are just, floating by, everything is set for you perfectly. How do you want to become any kind of a strong character? I mean, let's say you're born into this typical golden cage with a golden spoon in your mouth. Not to blame anyone who has that, it happens. But everything is set for you. You don't have to think yourself. You don't have to act yourself. Everything is there just in time. It's like you are in a well-oiled machinery and everything is done so that you're living a perfect life without any stress. You will not be a strong character. You cannot be, because you never had to face any problems. And once, after years and decades of the Golden Palace, you do face a real problem the first time, you are lost. Because you don't know how to handle it. It's not that you're maybe afraid of it, but you simply do not know. It is one of the things we learn first as a human being, as a child, how to act when we are confronted with anything. Falling. How is your reaction? You're fallen to the ground. You may be hurt, maybe not, does not matter. Let's say you're not, but you've fallen. What now? Let's say there's someone else lifting you up all the time. You will never learn to stand up yourself. Crying for the first time, you don't get what you want, right? You want that ice cream. You look at that ice cream, you want that ice cream. Someone is giving it you, no problem, solve forever. Everyone gives you everything you want all the time. Then the first time in your life, you want that ice cream and there's no one there to give it to you. The world is not giving you what you want. What do you do now? You never learn to take it yourself. You never learn to say, maybe I don't need it. Because I cannot reach it, right? Because it's behind glass or whatever. If you never learned that, you are stuck. And that's the thing. If you have confrontations, if you have troubles, and you push through by yourself, that is what makes you strong. And that is what this episode very much is about. And in the words of Doctor Who, fear is a superpower. That's why I was grinning while I heard all those fear things. It really reflected on me there. So, a really good episode. And in the end, we have Salem popping in on a whale, I think. It really looked like a huge whale. Flying whale, sure. With little wings beneath. Yes, it clearly is something like that. And a lot of her grim around her, I guess. So she has reached the scene herself. So let's see what she's going for. Watts looked pretty happy about that. I mean, why shouldn't he? He knew she was coming. So next volume will be possibly a huge battle. And I'm not sure how to beat her there. I mean, we do have one relic still at hand. But I'm not sure if maybe you can use it to beat her. We have a lot of Atlas military who possibly makes a lot of damage, but man, it's Salem. So let's see where we are going for. That being said, that's it for now. I hope you liked. I did for sure. It was an awesome episode, a great volume, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.